A longtime fan favorite of the community that's been around pretty much since the starting days of Medarot 1. It is Nin-0 Nin-Ninja, with a kit of Tornado, Double Sword, Biped Legs, and the leg ability of Mirage, which grants Conceal Effect to self when charging Metaforce. Now this old-time fan favorite of the community has been around for quite some time, as I mentioned, and with that comes some pretty solid balance as a conventional melee fighter, with maybe a slight minor in shooting skills to definitely change up the game just a little bit. Tornado is a long-range shooting attack. If it does land a hit on the target, it will suspend them, much like a paralyzed ailment would. It does have the no defend and no evade negative effects, much like freeze or freeze shot does, but Tornado also has an additional caveat to it. It also suspends the opponent in midair, more or less kind of true to the name Tornado, and also makes them susceptible to anti-air based attacks. This includes Float Spinner, Dark Tigers, left arm, I believe. Golf Bullet is another example. So maybe pairing Tornado with any of those will definitely make use for a very nasty 1-2 hit combo from the seemingly quiet ninja type for sure. Basic sword, of course, on both arms, you can generally never go wrong with. It's an all-around pretty balanced melee skill, pretty solid heat, cool, success across the board, decent power. You could use it on just about any kind of melee-based build, be it a conventional balanced fighter that needs those all-around parts, or even your conventional nuker that will need kind of a balanced part to kind of balance out the high nuking part that they are particularly built for. Biped legs, of course, mean that he has pretty solid mobility on all terrains, pretty much as a ninja should, naturally. The leg ability in Mirage also is a nice nod to that too, with the Conceal effect, as what it does is increases your evade and negates pierce damage for one blow. So even though at first glance Mirage may not be a super handy or meta leg ability, it definitely does have its utility, as that potential negation of pierce damage for that one blow can potentially save you from a very possible kill strike that would destroy you if it had pierce damage enabled. So this is a good way to kind of keep a step above the rest with most of them. As a pure set score, primarily for his balance, I would definitely rate him a pretty solid 7 out of 10. Again, basic sword, you can never go wrong with it. Tornado is a very nice addition to the mix for that surprise sneak attack out of nowhere, especially if you do plan to pair it off with someone that uses anti-air. And of course, the biped legs on top of that with the decent mobility all around. As mixed parts, I would rate him very equally at a 7 out of 10. Again, in the sense that you can use his parts just about anywhere and not have any major drawback to them. In particular with the Tornado, you can fit it in just about any build very easily, and of course, like I keep mentioning, pair it off with someone who uses anti-air. So again, other examples include Shafu, CD King is another example, Golf Bullet I mentioned. You can definitely make use of this very quickly, very easily, and just as quickly as well, potentially cripple anyone on the field that may pose a potential threat if you choose to nail them with that 1-2 hit combo.